What?
Are we live?
Ah, we're live.
Oh no.
We're
We do-
live.
Disclaimer. We do not. That was a golden comedy joke.
Exactly.
Oh, we weren't live for that, but I just joked with you, so you need to
Ah, okay.
explain.
Oh.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
I'm
Hello.
back, and I sacrificed Uncle Hawk and Ticket to be here.
They're dead.
It was a special summon like in Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah, they had to be exiled into the trash.
Into how it's called, the Shadow Realm.
The Shadow Realm, yeah. Where all the trash is.
Oh. We're gonna see some backfire because of this.
I'm kidding.
We love them. Yeah, they were busy today, so they couldn't come for the podcast. But yeah, I sacrificed them.
Yeah.
So, how are you, Pips?
Good.
Okay. My crypto is up, so been a good day.
Oh God, you got into crypto stuff.
Yes, I have.
Yes.
It's been real good, like real good.
Good.
I
Oh.
finally got Bennett at Adventure Rank 53 in Genshin, so I'm happy to finally have a fire hero.
Well, welcome to the Fire Squad.
Thank you.
The firing squad.
No, seriously, because I genuinely have all fire characters in Genshin.
Same with me, but for Electro. The weakest element.
I
For
like
now.
it. I love combination at least.
Yes. For
Oh, yeah.
reactions, yes, but standalone.
Yeah, we are still addicted to Genshin Impact.
Yes.
It's an ongoing thing.
I mean, them too.
Well, Finn,
Not me.
Finn is not, yeah.
I'm addicted to I don't know to Coke Zero, so that's okay.
Not too far from how bad is for you.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Something like that. Okay. This is Anime Adventuring Party Podcast, our Saturday topic podcast this time. But we might mix up a few things. Like we will discuss a little bit of yesterday's Crunchyroll Anime Awards for 2020. And our primary topic, anime we watched before we became weebs, before we knew what weeb is or anime is at all, I would say. How we got in the contact with anime, and maybe before we even knew it's Japanese animation overall. So,
Yeah, and it was often dubbed poorly.
yeah, true. But there were some golden nuggets in the old stuff, I think. Here and there. I mean, more or less, it's like
A
that.
few,
A
maybe.
few.
Let's say a few.
Let's say a few, yeah. So I will start with something that you might remember. What would be your first anime that you watched? Of course, before you knew it was actually a Japanese animation or anything similar.
It's hard to say which one is first because I was
the
really
one that you remember.
too young.
I
So I don't know which one is first, but Saber Rider and Granzor are the first.
Yes, I was about to say Granzord is the first I recall. Yes,
Granzord.
It aired here on a local TV. And
Mm-hmm.
Let me switch Mal, please.
And
Mal,
Turiton.
return.
oh yes, Toriton. Tom.
Yeah, Mado King Granzorto.
Yes, I mean, in retrospect, it's okay. It's not very. It's not very
I mean,
good or anything, but it's
those shows are kind of the stuff that defined what we started to like in Japanese
like
animation and overall.
in retrospect, it's not good, but at the time it was.
Hey, dude, I was 3 years old. It was awesome for me.
I freaking loved Granzord. I mean, especially we always share that the transformation of actually Mado King. So.
Yeah.
But I think that Granzord aired throughout the 90s. So
Yeah, something like that. I actually watched him a lot later.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It was like, I believe I've seen it like mid-90s or something.
Something like that, yeah. And another one that you mentioned, Toritun. Umino Toritun.
For Granzord, I remember making things out of cardboard.
Oh.
So I can be also in the team, to fight with them. I had a wild
nice.
imagination. Yeah.
I think I kind of screwed myself on skateboard trying to imitate certain scenes.
Oh.
All right.
Uh,
I think that's actually the only thing I remember from the show. That and the
I remember most of the characters, of course, the robots.
I think I remember
Yeah.
the fat one.
Ah.
I know. It is really that music for transformation is really distinctive, and that's probably the biggest thing that that I remember the most from the show overall. But I remember few things here there from the show. Not much of the heavy on the story, but most of them in that time were very similar when they are like magicking super robot stuff.
Yeah.
Fighting against some sorcerer that makes pretty much Power Rangers another big thing that is gonna fight and stuff like that.
Yeah, but those transformation scenes were never getting old.
Yeah. Pretty much.
And hey, it's a mecha.
It is. It's a mecha. It's one of the first mecha we definitely saw. It's not first for me, but we're gonna move on for the two that you mentioned. Umino Return, or however you wanna call it. Man, if another one that I actually remember more by music than anything else.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah.
opening. I remember that, and I remember the dolphin, and
Yeah. Well, she was like a mother figure.
Pretty much.
To him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that I was very surprised about some themes in anime that I simply didn't saw anywhere else. or they kind of knew to bring tension, even if it was more maybe for kids cartoon. But definitely had some tension in some scenes that I didn't experience from I don't know.
Wait, only 27 episodes?
God,
I feel like there was 500 of them.
Well, that's the thing. This was on the run throughout the 90s.
Oh my god, there is something older than that. let's see this one.
No,
Wait.
we watched the other one.
Yep.
Uh,
This
Oh,
one.
okay. So movies,
Yeah.
yeah, but still,
Oh, I remember the sword.
God damn it,
the
mouse, stop it.
sword.
I mean
The
the knife.
sword. Sword.
That was airing throughout the 90s as well.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Oh,
like
but-
a lot of things was on repeat, you know.
True.
Yeah.
True.
That's why I say I feel like there was 500 of them.
Yeah. So yeah, up until like early 2000s or
Yeah.
Mm.
Now I will drop two of mine that I watched first. One
This was
was
my first crush, by the way.
oh, so it started.
the dolphin.
Wait,
Yeah, the dolphin.
uh,
Uh,
wait. At that time we
no.
kind of have two green-haired characters. We had
The
Thornton
dolphin's
and
name was Pee-Pee.
Pee-pee.
oh
Yeah.
no, wait, yeah, Pippi, here it is.
Yeah.
And
Pee-pee,
I
yeah.
think I forgot the girl Utena, something like that. I forgot now the full name of the anime.
Mm.
What?
Another anime with green-haired character, just a girl. I'm saying about the earliest anime crushes.
Ah,
Oh, so we both had something for green hair.
Yeah. But my first anime that I actually watched, I for a long time I thought it was actually Robotech Macross, but actually
Yes.
it was Calimero.
Oh.
This caught me by surprise. Bao, I will. Why are you doing this? Yeah, it was actually Calimero that I and both series that I watched.
Calimero.
Watch literally
You
with my
mean
mom. She kind of got
anime television series? Yeah.
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 So
Done by Gaumont Animation.
and this got actually our synchronization. I
Mhm.
even remember a few episodes of black and white version and the rest of it in color.
Boy.
Mhm.
Uh, a little bit that I remember, except on Serbian, to je nepravda.
Yeah, that's an injustice.
Yeah. Continuously repeating. But yeah, I don't remember much of the show. I was way too young to remember it. But
Mhm.
on other hand, I think I was between 4 or 5 year old, and I watched whole that known Robotech Macross
Yeah.
thing with my mom. The whole series we watched together. And this was the thing that I pretty much with this one I lived in VHS club that was under my. I apparently need login. Please wait a second because
Show us your password.
this this ad gotta continue repeating. There we go.
My parents actually had a VHS store rental.
Yeah.
So yeah, I had all the goodies.
Yeah, I rented way too many times to the point they just put aside those few VHSs for me because they knew I'm gonna come in at the end of the week and just pick that up.
And I
Yep.
don't remember like the VHS period too well because like it was very soon CDs took over, like maybe late 90s.
I was actually for quite some time on, but I'm saying
I was longer on VHS than on CDs, to be honest.
I was not, but I had quite some time for shows like this on VHS. That was I introduced through VHS actually.
I think I had one when I got my crib.
No.
Like iPads nowadays, just give kids to watch those
But
nursery
yeah,
rhyme shows. My parents were like, "Here are some tapes."
and I think why I watched with my parent because it wasn't on Serbian. It was actually English dub with subtitles. So yeah, we have Rick Hunter here and not how it was called in original. I forgot Ichio Hikaru whatever. So
But they
yeah.
did the same with Saber Riders.
Oh yeah, that would be pretty much the second one.
Or Seijushi Bismarck.
I mean, it sounds cool either way. So,
So they even changed like where they're fighting. It was like I can't recall correctly, but like Earth versus another planet, and in American version they were all.
interesting.
I think that was the American version, and the Japanese was something. Let me see. In the distant future, humanity has explored Earth and colonized by the end. Yeah, in solar system, and Americans did something different. Like they were
They
not even from different countries, but like from different planets or something like that. I don't know why, but hey.
I know. I just know this. I remember opening, and I remember way too
Yeah.
many times when actual Star Sheriff shows up.
And the
Actually, Saber Rider
stars.
shows
Yeah.
up. You cannot not to sing that song. So-
Yep.
Been singing since we decided on the theme, so
yeah.
it's going to be stuck for a while.
Now, the more I'm going through these shows, I'm like, man, those old had they were just cool. The cool was overall on all of them.
Yeah,
I'll be right back.
all right. And we grew up with a lot of mechas.
Oh
and
yeah,
sci-fi.
lot not just super robots, overall mecha. I mean, Macross wasn't genuine super robot. They were pretty much planes transforming into mechs. But yeah, I will. While
We should mention also Patlabor then.
but have you watched that before knowing it's an anime?
I can't recall anymore.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Because it's different for me because of our VHS shop rental. You know, I can't differentiate what I watched on TV at the time, like our local TV, and what I watched on tapes.
Yeah.
So it's a bit tricky.
I definitely didn't watch Battle Ball. I watched it when I was heavy in anime by that point. I kind of missed, but it was more what we have access to through the.
Yeah, that's why I say I can't recall if it was before or after.
But yeah, one more thing, we can have another discussion with this one. Kimba the White Lion.
Of
The
course.
OG Lion King.
Yes. I talked about this a lot already.
Yeah, it was mentioned in our few actual our episodes before. But yeah, and it was especially it was interesting when I think we were introduced to Lion King a little bit earlier, and then you saw this, and it's not just that as it's similar. It's everything that Disney didn't want to tackle with, Japan definitely did.
Mm-hmm.
And it was felt. It was felt. It was something was different with these cartoons, these animations. Definitely. Overall. Hmm. What?
We could, I mean, it's a mix because it was done, I mean, it is both Japanese and American,
Hmm.
I think. Or was it? I'm trying to find out, not to, yeah,
For which
edited
one?
by The Last Unicorn. I
Hmm.
do actually see some Japanese names for cinematography and editing, but I don't
I
know.
don't see it on the mall.
Hmm. So they don't count it in as
No, they might
half.
work. They might work with some Japanese studio, but they definitely didn't put him as an anime,
Hmm.
as on whole Japanese animation prevalent to be.
Yeah, studio is not from Japan. That's why. Okay. Oh well.
Uh, do you remember? Let me just Yuki movie. Yuki Snow Fairy.
Oh my god.
Dude, I searched this for a long time, and our friend from Svet Anime on Facebook actually posted uh, what this actually was, because I remembered.
Ended your search.
Yeah, I literally end of the last year I found out finally what this was, because I remember whole movie except the title, and I didn't
Hmm.
I didn't found it anywhere. Uh, Now I actually possess the movie, and I freaking love it, and it was so weird. Uh, for example, this was when I watched Dororo. This is what I remember of that Japanese animation.
Hmm.
That's a throwback to me.
True.
That atmosphere of old Edo and with some mystic stuff, and very very hardcore on how life went in that time, with some fairy tale stuff a little bit through the story. But
True.
yeah,
True.
Yuki's Snow Fairy definitely was something that I remember fondly from when I was kid. And this is something that I watched when I was two, I think 4 or 5. So I remember a lot of things when I was really young. It's weird.
You
It's
know,
weird.
I'm just thinking now. It's weird because I either remember the scores
Yeah,
or some specific imagery.
I
You know, a specific
you
scene.
remember certain scene on the mountain, and that big spirit, stone
Yeah.
spirit coming out. Yeah, samurai, of
Hmm.
course. Uh,
Those impactful scenes, but the
yeah,
plot escaped me long time ago, unfortunately.
yeah, but it's nice to just refresh a little bit of memory. Not, I wouldn't. Most of this stuff I wouldn't rewatch. Some of them maybe, but
I'm back.
it's more of nostalgia thing. So yeah, we mentioned two things while you were away.
Yeah.
Kimba the White Lion,
Yes, I remember that
and
one.
Yuki the Snow Fairy. Uh,
I have no idea what that is.
Two of us watched that movie a long time ago, really long
Okay.
time ago. Uh, okay.
We mentioned Patlabor. I don't know if you watched Patlabor.
Who?
You?
Yeah. Mechs of that caliber were not in that in his case. So
Look, my dad wanted a boy, so I had a lot of figurines and stuff.
you got
Wow.
a lot of robots.
Yeah, I had a lot of cars, robots,
Aw.
boats, and stuff. I think I had my first Barbie like, when I was 8.
Oh God. Oh God.
I mean, I was fine with it because I was like, nah, this is what I have. I'm playing with it. I'm going to end up outside in the fields anyway in like 15
Yeah.
In the
minutes.
field.
In the fields.
The rural life.
Uh, one more really old. I mean, it's still airing, but not with. It's not connected anymore with Japanese animation that much. Moomin was that I grew up watching it, and
Hmm.
man, this had some chill and intense atmosphere when I was young. In same time, I didn't
They
understand.
always creeped me out. I don't know why. Probably their appearance. Like, what are they? Is it a bear?
Yeah, like what are they?
They're Moomins.
They're Moomins.
What's a moment?
They are the Moomins. Do not question the Moomin.
Oh my god.
Snapkin gonna snap. My favorite character generally.
Hmm.
Oh,
Also, Alfred Jonathan Quack.
oh yeah.
It's a Dutch, German, Spanish, Japanese animated comedy drama
God damn it.
series. Yeah, very inclusive.
Oh my god. Just find just that freaking image. Here it
Good
is.
times when you could have a villain that looks like a certain villain from the real life.
Oh yeah.
The bad guys from
Well,
World War II.
no rules. What do you say? Hawk is spamming something in the chat. Get that.
He
Second.
loves his saber.
Ah, Saber Riders, of course. Saber Love started with the Saber Ride. But yeah, something similar actually to Saber Riders that I freaking loved. And for quite some time I searched for the title of this.
Oh my god.
This is down the nostalgia lane full
Wait,
time.
what's the name?
Man,
Space Keeters?
I think I've seen it, but I like in my
Starzinger, yeah.
mind it's the same as Saber Riders.
Yeah,
No. I remember the blonde girl.
for quite
Yes.
some time I thought it
And-
was the same show,
But it's not.
but it wasn't actually.
I remember the blonde. No, it's different show. But all I remember is the blonde girl and the dude with that weird tiara thing.
Yeah, and he had the
And-
spear and flew on
Ye-
some thing, whatever it is. But it was practically it was Goku in space. I mean, sorry,
Mhm.
you see, it's Wukong pretty much.
Oh man.
But that's not the thing that I connected to this at all. This was literally, oh, it's just another Saber Riders. Just
Yeah.
Nah, the outfit is different.
yeah, I know. But what did I know when I was 5-year-old?
Was there something important with that green crystal on her head, on her helmet?
Oh.
I'm trying to remember something from the plot, but oh my
Hello.
god, what's happening outside?
Terror.
Yo, there, what's exploding?
Terror. Nah, they're building something outside. I hope they're alive. I mean, they've been at it since 7 a.m. They should go home.
But yeah, I don't remember too much of this because I'm saying my memory is mixing Saber Riders and this narrative overall. But I love it. I remember I freaking loved the show, and I never knew when it was airing, and it was just when I caught the episode. It was like, okay, I watched this one episode, and I will get the next one maybe in the month if I got it on TV.
No, there's no way I'll recall any plot.
Yeah, but you
Like,
definitely
for
remember this. These
I
two.
remember these two,
Yeah.
and that's it. I remember really liking the girl
Oh yeah. Yeah, I
as a
feel
character.
the characters were awesome, and it felt a little bit more serious. It reminded me a little bit on Voltron, but without all the lions and
Mm-hmm. Ooh, Voltron.
Voltron. I mean,
There we go,
Voltron.
another one.
Like a lot of the shows had like the same
of course.
aesthetic.
I
So
mean, it was
Yeah,
golden
we
age
grew up
of
with the good shit.
yeah. It was definitely golden age of that aesthetic.
Mhm.
yeah, but I don't know. I'd rather have grown up with some of the shit that's like from like the last 5 years. There's been
Ooh,
some good
I actually
stuff.
wouldn't.
Mm.
I really cherish this a lot.
You have to think this way. What got released in the last 5 years that's kids friendly? Not the things that we watch
Oh
as
no,
an
no,
adult,
no,
but
man, like
kid shows like Pokemon, Digimon.
no, man.
I don't.
I've seen like a lot of shit when I was a kid that like scarred me for life. So
Oh, I watched a lot of
yeah,
horror movies, but that's out of topic for now because
yeah.
it's not Japanese.
Yeah, we're talking
I
about
would be
anime now.
scarred if it was Japanese horror, but fortunately for me, it was American horror, like
Yeah,
Freddy Krueger and stuff. So yeah.
stuff like that. Well, on the point
Or
of the
weird French horror that will scar you for life.
on the point of the horror, well, horror
Mhm.
for me in the I will skip for your few years, then I'm gonna return on something older.
Wait. I love the comments from Hawk starting as a fat guy.
As all of them, it was literally a stereotype of I think Voltron, the freaking Granzord, and few of them had that. You have the nerd, you have the fat guy, and you have the main character and the girl, and that was the setup.
Yeah.
But this thing didn't have that when I watched it. And I was very young and I didn't know. And I watched the movie.
Oh.
And some guy punched another one, and the other one started to split up. And let me remind you, the series was censored. Movie wasn't. The movie was...
Well, now.
And I was like, what am I watching? Why he's splitting apart?
Because he's so powerful.
And they were going full on Dragon Ball Z, hitting each other, but blood was everywhere.
Yes, as Hawk says.
Yeah. Because he's already red.
I didn't watch this
Red.
then.
Yeah, I watched
So,
this very early, not knowing what the hell is this. I really connected with the post-apocalyptic aesthetic because I loved some. It actually reminded me. I thought this was like He-Man, just mature with death and stuff like that.
Well, at least it was red. Imagine the confusion with Saint Seiya, where you see them bleeding blue.
Yeah.
And you're like, the hell is going on
True,
here?
true.
What are they sweating?
Now, I'm not finished with scary stuff that I watched when I was really young in the anime, before I knew it was anime. And I watched live action of this first, by the way, and
Oh
Japanese
my
live
god.
action. Guyver.
Gaiva.
Oh.
I actually watched
Gaiva.
Guyver, and it was, I think it was sold on VHS. It was sold like Robot Ninja, something like that, titled. And some said, "Oh, I have."
I mean, it's sort of it's kind of true.
yeah. I mean, it's bioarmor stuff.
Yeah.
And in movie, it was a little bit more cybernetic, but it still had very weird stuff, and all that aesthetic of old action movies, especially with ninjas, that someone is cut and you see just the splashes of blood, with no possible reason why would that much blood be shown.
Of course.
And Guyver definitely had some, well,
it's action, horror, sci-fi, and superpowers.
yeah,
Hold on, I'll
and I
be
watched that
back.
when I
Hold on.
was like 6 or 7. So yeah,
No one cared for PG rating then.
I am by this point actually amazed because they didn't.
Well, it's PG-13, by the way.
It is for Japan. It is.
Yeah.
Another one that I watched, well, soon before I'm going to go to high school, that was in the rating of oh what the fuck I watched, was actually Akira.
Oh, I watched Akira really late.
I watched Akira. Well, it is the year of it,
The year of our Lord.
Look, movie is old as me. Movies. But yeah, I watched this shit very early, and man, anything before that I mentioned didn't leave the mark as this thing.
Oh, Akira.
Yeah. Because I was very confused, and
Well, it's
the fuck was
rated
that at the
R.
end? Yeah. That scene at the end, I was actually really glad how it ended, as much as it was confusing back then. Just because they kind of made a clean slate of everything that happened, and I was like, "Oh, it's gone. Okay, I'm good." that baby thing is gone. I'm safe now.
I'll just say your parents really gave you a lot of freedom with
A lot of
picking your
leeway,
tapes.
yeah.
Well, it's more closer to I found few of those things that I was very interested in, and they really didn't have time, and it was kind of it was between the wartime and
they were like, let's see
And
what
here.
happens, I guess.
no.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Actually,
20 years later.
look,
Yeah.
I'll just say that my teacher in elementary introduced me to manga.
Wow, nice.
Yeah,
Fucking
introduced me to
weeb.
manga. My teacher in elementary was amazing. We literally exchange manga and comics all the time. So I didn't know it was manga. I just knew it was a comic.
Ah,
And
yeah.
that's when I got first volume of Yu Yu Hakusho, actually.
It's like have this issue one of like redo of Healer.
Well, no. We're gonna get back to that too, but let me return a little bit, to some sci-fi stuff that I watched actually earlier before this. And I actually have original manga of this. Dirty Pair.
Dirty pair.
Yeah.
Dirty pair of what?
Of Pantsu.
Pantsu. I mean, it's adventure comedy police sci-fi.
Like, why don't they wash their pants?
Look,
Or rather, pantsu.
this was
That's different.
this is one of my first connects to cyberpunk stuff.
This is cyber?
Yeah, this is cyberpunk.
Oh man.
Manga is amazing. I can borrow it too. I actually have one volume of it. Dirty Pair, and the next one was Bubblegum Crisis.
Oh, right.
And this was now serious cyberpunk shit.
Oh, okay. This looks way better. This looks way better.
And that one was way older.
Okay, that's like when I look for an anime, I do look for a certain kind of aesthetic, and
I get that.
And the older ones don't really do it for me, you know.
I get that. I will say that especially this cover definitely didn't solve me the thing, because I didn't saw the cover. I saw genuinely the episode. And it was already in full-on sci-fi. I was watching a lighter version of Ghost in the Shell. Something like that. And Bubblegum Crisis was a mix of everything, really. It had from power armors, casual cyberpunk. You have literally action girls in power armors on bikes.
What?
Man, the childhood was awesome.
I was also in that headspace for aesthetics up till actually
yesterday.
Years ago. No, but I think Anicron
Keiki,
it has to be a specific.
Your audio just cut. Let's reconnect. Sorry.
What did I miss?
Nothing.
Anyway.
Nothing. Literally nothing.
I think that Anicron knows. Like, it had to be a specific art style.
Yeah.
It has to be like pleasing to the eyes, you know. Not eyes can't be too big on a character or something like that. But I got over it. Now I'm like content over visuals.
Nah, man, nah.
If I can get both, then great. But also, anime in general became much more generic now, you know, with the art style.
Yeah.
You don't see a lot of different art styles nowadays.
Well, I think it like maybe to cut costs, like some of it could be automated, maybe. So could be to cut the costs, maybe.
Could be.
Or like recycle.
But yeah, I mean, I don't need to talk too much about Bubble Crisis. I mean, you have most of the show is in that dark cyberpunk Tokyo, but overall stories I don't remember to be that dark of a show as much as just good action in cyber and some weird story, as they did usually.
Like
and violence and profanity because it's rated R. Yeah.
Like this actually looks like something I may watch.
Bubble and Crisis
now
is fun. Yeah. I mean, I think it was done by Sun. No,
but like it's the name. Why Bubblegum Crisis?
Why not?
They had there, yeah.
Why yes?
Maybe I don't know.
Which bubblegum caused the crisis?
I'm trying to actually
the pink
remember now.
The pink one. Like, was there actually a bubblegum that caused?
It's always the pink one.
I think maybe it was the name of the group, because they were
of course
full-on female group with power armor that got into action when some shit hits the fan. So yeah, I'm forgetting now.
Nice.
Okay. I mentioned all of these.
I got something newer.
Newer, okay.
Well, from the good old Cartoon Network times.
Okay, Golden Age of anime. That was actually called the Golden Age.
Well, I was looking at Cartoon Network.
Yeah.
And the only anime at the time, I think, was the Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon.
Dragon.
But that's the inferior
Yeah.
opening.
I just wanted to mention it because I remember watching it by force while waiting for my next Batman or Johnny Quest or Captain Planet or whatever.
Captain Planet.
Oh. Yeah.
Like, I think I'm the only one among us who didn't have access to Cartoon Network at home.
I had it later on, but yeah, Dragon Ball Z was definitely something I watched, and it was before I knew it was anime. And it was there were 3 shows that I watched that time. Dragon Ball Z, Tenchimuyo, Ryoki. Pretty much the first harem anime that I watched that I didn't know it was it. And Mobile Suit Gundam Wing.
Oh.
Yes.
And man, Cartoon Network had some, well, at least for me, some good dubs.
Yeah.
Nice.
By this point, I
W's.
watched Gundam still dubbed and Japanese version. Both. I watched both. Just maybe
What
because
has science
just maybe
done?
because of military slangs and stuff like that that I love in English.
True.
But yeah, I genuinely know the first step.
My son ever again.
So wait, the Wing was at the Cartoon Network because I can't recall which one was it.
Wing was Cartoon Network, and I think they even aired the Endless Waltz. I don't remember completely, but
yeah, I wasn't sure which one they were airing.
Yeah, it was the Gundam Wing. I genuinely remember the dub word to word whole first episode.
Oh my god. They must have replayed it a lot.
They did.
Very likely.
Especially in commercials, they did few scenes constantly, and it was like 5-minute scene that they spin. But yeah, Cartoon Network definitely brought those. What else? Oh yeah.
I'm out.
You're out.
I don't think I recall anything anymore. Because everything's so jumbled with movies and things that aren't from Japan.
I genuinely don't remember almost anything of this show. I just know I watched few episodes of it that time. Ranma and Half. It was that
I don't recall this.
It was weird gender swap anime. I was very weirded out when I was watching. Hawk, we might go over 11. I mean, at least 211 because we're gonna do Crunchyroll too. Awards discussion. We will see. Stick around if you can. And what else that I would add to that? Well, we had do.
Oh my god.
The Shadow Realm.
Just freaking aesthetic of this. I think this was the first long running that I watched whole.
Nah.
I actually watched the whole thing.
Dropped after the first one.
I watched whole and I freaking loved the dub. It was just fun to me.
Like his grandpa is talking to him from hospital while he's on tournament and all that
Yeah, no,
mumbo
like,
jumbo, and I'm like,
I-
oh
like-
hell no!
I think by that point it was funny already to me, but there were some just, you're a kid and there's just some
see,
cool aesthetics. So
no, yeah, like the anime is dumb as shit.
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But it's also cool as shit.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, it's so
So-
over the
and-
top.
Yeah, and when you're a kid, that's all you need, like.
I don't know. At the point I saw this, I was like,
Take that back.
nah, nah.
I love the game, Hawk. I love the game. sorry, Keiki. Go.
No, it's okay.
No.
I just love Yogi. Well, I loved it till 5D, and then it went. If you thought this was stupid, what they did after 5D, it's sacrilege. It's sacrilege.
Like I read somewhere that 5D included like something like bikes or something like that.
Yeah, because of one mechanic that was added to the game. It had something
Speed.
with the turns. Yeah, in a way, yeah.
Oh my god.
Of course.
But actually, anime was very much darker cyberpunk anime with death. And I was
You
Sorry,
mean-
it can't be that dark with that hairstyle. Nah, man.
actually, it was pretty fun.
With Shadow Realms.
I mean, 5D I watched when I was already in anime, and I still love it. What else I had with this? Oh my god.
Yes.
Metabots. I don't even want to talk
I
much
have no
about
idea
this.
what
I
I don't.
know Ticket
This-
Ticket to watch this. It was in that age, and it was just before I gonna start actually watching actual anime. Actual anime.
Actually, I mean, not this shit.
Look, it was fun, and it was on our TV, and it was pretty much Pokemon with robots. So yeah,
I don't
you
know.
know
I didn't watch this.
it was pretty
Did-
much Pokemon or Digimon with robots. So yeah,
I didn't
And-
watch Pokemon or Digimon.
now that
and there-
we're on Digimon. Yeah, elementary school good time.
There was also like I think it's a bit after that Beyblade. Like it's what is it
Oh,
after that? Yeah,
Yeah, something like that. Beyblade.
Yeah.
But Digimon was the first, I think, the first thing that I watched that had Japanese opening when I watched.
no, like Beyblade was around the same time as Yu-Gi-Oh. So yeah, there you go. It was about the same.
Was this 2001?
2001. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh
Beyblade.
man, I just remember the disasters at elementary school with Beyblades. The disasters.
Yes.
Our teachers went crazy over all of those. But yeah, but there was some good shit that came around that time. And that it's getting
Shaman King
new stuff this year.
this year. Yeah,
Shaman
this
King.
is a good year, man. Like,
This is a good year, and we hope to stay that way. So yeah,
that remains.
hope,
It's
man,
good.
hope.
Like it's good as far as anime goes. Let's say that. Let's say that.
True.
True.
Another one that has
Yes.
better OP in English. I mean, it really sticked with me.
It is, like-
English really stick with me, and I love the
Oh.
Japanese opening too.
I will, like, I will actually stab you in the middle of the street.
But
Here's
yeah.
the knife.
Yes. Here's the knife. Do something with the knife.
Do
Freaking
something
Pablo
with the
Francisco.
knife.
But yeah, Shaman King was really good. Definitely. And I think it was on Jetix when I watched. When Jetix was around. Not Fox Kids.
Oh wow, Jetix.
Yeah. I think they were the only one that actually showed the whole show. They always got to the certain point, about half, and I'm not sure how I watched it on TV. But yeah, Shaman King was definitely something to remember from before getting in full-on anime. I had another one that I was actually introduced through. Well, this one with not to mention. Let me just say, not to mention this one because we talked it, and we're gonna talk about more. I watched Ghost in the Shell before I knew it was anime too. Ghost in the Shell movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, and that one was introduced through AMV to me. But there's another one that was introduced through AMV too to me. And actually it was Read or Die OVA. It was
Read or Die, that's familiar.
It was, I think, Go-Go Dolls' Iris song.
Good Dolls?
Go-Go Dolls. Yeah, King of My Castle, AMV.
Mhm.
With a girl that can manipulate paper. And literally quasi Motoko Kusanagi.
Mm.
3 episodes. There is a series after that, but the OVA is the thing that stick with me. That I watched really early. It's fun. It's fun. This is actually good stuff. I mean, it is. You see the score too.
I'm trying to remember this, but
Mm.
I do think I've seen it. I just don't remember it. Like the look and the name are familiar, but I don't know.
And the last one, I will not show because because even cover is
Explicit.
What did you watch as a child?
But I will mention it because, well, this was not okay. I could count as child, you know.
What's the name?
Teen, well, Bible Black Gaiden.
I knew it. I fucking knew it.
Well.
Well, that was introduction in the another cultured world of anime.
Well, at least you got introduced with that. I got with the Ai no Kusabi.
Oh my god. Oh my god. There is another one that I laughed my ass off. I don't know if anyone knows this. I would even call it anime, but it was so fucking funny.
Yes.
La Blue Girls. It's called La Blue Girl. It's hentai. It's so fucking funny. It's so ridiculous.
Every hentai is.
Wait.
No.
Here. Wait.
This one is gold. How bad is how good comedy is.
It says here it's an erotic anime.
Really?
Yeah.
It's pretty
It's
much
watching 5 frames
And then
and
it says
repeat.
genre hentai. Oh,
Of course,
okay, man.
Of course it is. I said it is.
Okay,
I'm just saying stuff that I was introduced before I knew it was anime or hentai. But yeah, it was so funny. So that's pretty much with me. I want to end on funny note. Definitely.
I mean that covers me.
There is another.
There is another.
There is another. Actually, it was on our. I think was it. I'm trying to remember the channel was what it was on, and it was after the midnight,
The Midnight.
and it was the Golden Boy. Yeah, I watched this year 2000.
Wait a minute.
How you don't know the Golden Boy?
I know Golden Boy.
The famous
But-
swimming scene, or any
Is it what I think
or,
it is?
or any scene. It's not hentai. It's not hentai.
No. Yes, I know what this is.
But man, it was funny. This one I remember whole 6 episode OVA. It's crazy, funny, and a show like this. Well, with the Ishizuku reviewers and now Rido Healer, we might actually get some show like this.
Yeah, like surprisingly, people have not cared about redo of Healer.
People actually talking about that it was kind of Hawk. I didn't have the MTV when you, when you watched Golden Boy on MTV. I actually watched on our some of our channels, local channels. Yeah. But yeah, and they played whole 6 episodes that night.
Oh, so a marathon.
Yep. That was the start of that. I stayed up late watching anime.
Ah,
But yeah, what was the start? Yeah, but for the Redo Killer, people are just, oh, it's bad and that's it. It didn't cause some outrage that everyone expected, because there's so much good shit that people simply do not watch it. They don't give it too much attention, as much as 2020 certain seasons pretty much had the time to do that over how many shows people are watching right now.
They were busy being triggered about Attack on Titan
Yeah.
CGI.
Pretty much, and stuff like that. So
that's fine.
Well, as long as you're not sending death threats.
Yeah,
yeah, please do not do that.
That's an important caveat.
That's definitely important
Also,
caveat.
don't do that to voice actors. It's not like they have any freedom in what they do.
I mean,
You know,
the anime
they
have
do
no
what
freedom.
they're told to.
Prisoners.
Exactly.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
I
Yeah,
mean,
because I think some of them went to Gabby's
oh
voice
yeah,
actor.
of course they did.
Yeah.
That just stupid. Okay. Well, we pretty much covered quite a bit, and I had a lot of a lot of them before I started. Now,
Well, it's been an hour.
yeah, it's been definitely an hour. I'll just say, after all of this, certain three things happened. It's called Evangelion, Love Hina, and Naruto. And I was in the land of anime. 15-year-old.
The land.
I was just going through. I watched a ton of shit before actually figuring out what it is.
Well, same, but main triggers for me were, I think, Basilisk,
Mm-hmm.
Samurai 7,
Yeah.
Wolf's Rain.
Oh yeah.
And probably even, yeah, well, I watched Death Note quite late, actually.
I never got to that soon in Death Note anime as much as I started reading Death Note ongoing.
Oh,
So I joined in really early in the manga of that node. So anime was like afterthought for me at that time.
no, I started reading very, very recently. So, yeah. Sometimes still have issues with trying to figure out what the hell is going on the page. Please.
Finn, what was your maybe big three or how many that ended this period and got you into anime actually? What were the shows?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Well, I'd say. Well, I wouldn't say these got me into anime. Or are you
I'm asking what
asking
shows got you?
got? Well, that would be Naruto,
Mm-hmm.
Hellsing, and what else could it? What else did I watch early on? Like I don't.
Thinking.
Like I don't remember. I don't remember that. Oh wait. Was it? God damn it. Hold on. I will.
Okay. While you do that, I will prepare our Crunchyroll discussion.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So stick around. We're gonna switch now for that one. We might do a 5-minute break if you are in for. So, you know.
All right. Vampire Hunter D.
There we go. Okay. For the edit to just cut the confusion, because Hook wasn't for our topic part, we're doing it now. So continue.
We're doing it live.
We're doing it live.
So yeah, Wind Cold Amnesia is old and not very good, but I still love it. So there's that.
Yeah.
Then we have the dream journey of Meme, or as it's known in the world.
Yeah, I remember this.
Discoveries Unlimited, which is Dr. Stone but better.
Yes. They actually stayed with science that was good, not moved
and
into
it goes
fighting
from
shonen.
ancient times to far sci-fi.
I feel I will summon Finn.
No, it's my fault if he appears. Okay,
yes.
so the next thing is, I think, I'm not sure if you mentioned this, I haven't heard it.
Yeah.
So Umino Toriton.
Yeah, we mentioned Toriton.
Yeah.
Okay, then one of the first OVAs I watched, Street Fighter 2, the movie.
Yeah, I watched this later, but
yeah, I was I think first or second grade when I saw this one. It's awesome. It still gives me nightmares whenever I enter an elevator, but that's fine. Sailor Moon was mentioned.
Actually, I think we didn't mention Sailor Moon. Now that I think.
Okay. Sailor Moon is mentioned. It's fabulous.
It's fabulous.
Going on.
And I watched it on German, and it was fabulous.
Same.
I don't think I watched it.
You don't have to.
Yeah, I mean, I watched the transformation, and that's basically it.
You could watch the remakes.
Nah.
They're on YouTube.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Oh my god.
Not my cup of tea.
But the cheese. Come on.
Yeah.
Anywho, the Bobosko Daiboken, or as we called it here, the Blue Princess.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I genuinely never watched this, and everybody was talking about it.
Yeah, because this was the thing that was on our TV.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember this.
Not on the Bosnian TV. I watched the Bear TV.
Actually, this was on the national channel back in.
Yeah, I didn't watch
I think it started in '89. So yeah,
I really don't remember none of it. People constantly repeating the Blue Princess, and I really didn't watch it. Yeah, we mentioned Alfred Jonathan Quack.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Robotech, I think you mentioned it, right?
Yeah. Macros needed to be mentioned. I mean,
yeah,
it's start for many.
I saw a few pictures from my childhood, so the next three are from the pictures. So, Armitage the Third Polymatrix.
Okay.
I don't remember watching it as a kid.
Oh, okay. Okay. I watched it
I remember watching it later.
I watched definitely.
It's awesome.
Later, it's really good cyberpunk.
Yep.
A lot of something that I kind of skipped even when I was watching everything from anime, and I couldn't get hold of it.
Yeah. So Lotus War. That's also another one that I saw on VHS.
Yeah.
I don't know how I got my hands on it, but there we go. And D1 Devastator. Now, this is a weird one. This was on TV.
Wait.
I only remember the purple mechas from it.
I want to see if
and not much else.
This is so familiar, but I still don't.
Yeah.
This is so familiar.
I mean, it's that 90s generic mecha stuff.
Yeah, but this had some good animation, if I remember.
It's an OVA, animation. So yes, it had awesome animation. So yeah, that's about what I watched until I started watching Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z.
Oh yeah, pretty much. It's interesting. I actually watched Dragon Ball a lot later. I was already in anime when I watched Dragon Ball.
Yeah, well, I was lucky that on the German TV that I was watching Sailor Moon on, a bit later, Dragon Ball started and Pokemon started. And on Cartoon Network, I had Dragon Ball Z, so I made the connection. Okay, so this is the same show. This is this character, this is that character, and yeah, I watched them simultaneously.
Oh. Well now.
And yeah, that's about it. I mean, that's the time when I learned. Okay, so a friend of mine told me, okay, this is anime. So if you want to, here, take this, take that. Bible Black.
As I mentioned, Bible Black Gator was one of the starters. No shame here. All shame is gone.
Who is this shame, and why don't I care?
Yes.
So yeah, of these shows that I watched and movies, I would still recommend Macros. Any day.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Those 32 episodes. 32 or 35 episodes.
Not all of Macros. Yeah, the first season. That
origin story. I mean.
Yeah, the original story. I haven't heard much about Sailor Moon the remake, but that might be a very good thing because it might just be HD version of Sailor Moon. So hey.
I heard that people liked it who watched older Sailor. I mean, being fans of the older Sailor Moon. But that's pretty much it. What I heard of it. I didn't delve too much into it.
So yeah,
And
I'll recommend
yeah,
I'll recommend rewatching Bosco Adventure.
and what I asked Finn and Keiki,
Mm-hmm.
what are yours maybe 3 shows that started you when you knew what anime was and started journey
Oof.
later? What was your few shows maybe that you would say?
That would be Helsing.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Okay, same for Finn.
The old one.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That would also be Dragon Ball.
Never heard of that one.
Yeah,
Never heard of
Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball in general. And the third one has to be Berserk,
Okay. Yeah.
because Berserk was also on VHS back then. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's the big one.
Pretty much.
Mm.
Helsing actually got me into manga,
Oh.
because
I'm
you know
trying to.
I the show was amazing, and then I saw some wallpapers for PC, and then okay, oh look, there's a comic from this. Let me see.
Trying to
Oh.
remember what it was. First of all, I thought it was Naruto, but it actually wasn't, because I read Death Note before.
Mhm.
And I read something else, but I can't remember. So, oh my god, I know what it was, and you're gonna freaking laugh. It was Love Hina.
Yeah, that figures.
It was Love
I mean
Hina
that.
because they didn't finish it, and I figured out that there's hell of a lot more of that. And you know, you're at
Mhm.
that freaking age. By that point, I think it was high school, first or second year. I can't remember now.
Yeah. For me, the first manga I finished was Kenshin, actually,
Mhm.
because I couldn't get my hands on all of the anime, and then, well, I gotta see how this thing ends.
Literally, that was the point more than. I mean, it was one of the shows. That show introduced harem to me. Evangelion, of course, continued all the mecha and all the weirdness later.
Yeah.
And Naruto went with the shonen stuff.
Oh,
That I watched.
by the way, uh, I haven't had the opportunity to watch Evangelion on TV, but it was on one of the television stations. The first, I think, 5 or 6 episodes were on Studio B. The last episode is the one when they lose electricity with a sniper.
I'm starting to forget now.
With Ramthiel, the prism angel.
I can't remember now.
Because the next one was the 4D angel that bled a lot.
Oh, okay. Sorry. My brain slowly went into a whole another thing. Yeah. I don't remember now. That's what I want to say. I want to rewatch Evangelion, the old stuff, just to see how it holds up now, because I rewatched the movies.
Yes.
And I freaking love it still. And I think I mentioned to you, I actually played a visual novel Evangelion that had whole another original story, and it was actually good. And I think it's called Girl of Steel. something like that. So there's a lot
Girl
of
of Steel.
I think something like that. And I remember it was very good, and it was around the time I think I played Wednesday Night visual novel. So yeah, it was around the time when I was getting into all over that that part of the
That phrasing, though.
Then I'm a King of All Mecha Gundam. We will definitely have an episode around Mecha, and we need to get Keiki's man for that too.
Yeah.
If he wants to.
I
discuss
started.
Gundam.
I watched the first 2 episodes of what's the one on Netflix? Unicorn? No, Iron Blood Orphans.
Iron Blood Orphans is interesting. It's
Oh, I love it. I love it.
no, it's good. It's good. It just it went a little bit different from some of the. It went a little bit different from that 1-year war that Gundam usually.
Yeah, I know. You
Good.
told me already about the.
Ooh, I
The
have so many
timelines.
mixed feelings about 00. I really liked when they did the movies of the 00, and I don't thinking about the last movie of 00, because they cut some of really annoying scenes of that asshole in the desert that I'm forgetting the name now. Damn, I hate that character. I will remember for the mecha for the mecha part.
Anywho's, we have been here to laugh at you.
This tower. But yeah. Any last words?
Slap.
Very well.
Spank.
Oh my. Okay. Now then.
I don't know, man. It's been 3 hours. I'm.
Hell yeah. I wasn't here for last 2 podcasts. I really need to get everything out of the system.
I am here for
Not just for
every
you.
podcast.
Hell yes. Dedication of Keiki. So.
Yeah, you even brought my gear up to the mountains.
Thank you for joining us. See you next Saturday. Sarabara.
Banana.